alternative approach to simplifying complex fractions. So, the alternative approach to simplifying complex fractions is to find the LCD of all fractions and apply the rules of the order of operation. For example, we have 3 over 10 minus 1 over 2 divided by 2 wholes plus 1 over 5. Now we're going to find the LCD of all fractions, and notice that 20 is the least common denominator. So let's open up a new bracket and distribute this 20. So in parentheses, we're going to write 20 times 3 over 10, close those parentheses, minus, open up a new parenthesis bracket and write 20 times 1 over 2. Close that parenthesis bracket, divided by, and we're going to distribute the 20 into the denominator. So we're going to write 20 times 2 over 1 in parentheses plus 20 times 1 over 5. Now the 20 times 1 over 5 is going to be in its own parentheses. So we basically redistributed the 20. Let's move on to the next step here where we simplify. So 10 goes into 20 twice. So we're going to replace the 10 with a 1 and replace the 20 with a 2. Perfect. Then 2 goes into 20 10 times. So we replace the 2 with a 1 and the 20 with a 10. Now 5 goes into 20 4 times. So we're going to replace the 5 with a 1 and we're going to replace the 20 with a 4. And 1 goes into 20 times. So we can leave 20 times 2 over 1 as is. Let's work on the numerator. Let's clean things up here. So now what we're left with is 2 over 1 times 3 over 1 in the numerator. Place it in parentheses here, minus 10 over 1 times 1 over 1. And let's place that in parentheses here. Now this is our new numerator. Simplified. Place it up here. The numerator of our complex fractions. Looks good. Clean it up here. Alright, moving on here. So now we have 20 over 1 times 2 over 1 in parentheses. Plus, open up a new parenthesis bracket, 4 over 1 times 1 over 1. And then close that parenthesis bracket. And that is our rewritten denominator, simplified. Perfect. Next step here is where we begin to multiply. So we have 2 over 1 times 3 over 1, giving us 6 over 1. And then we have 10 over 1 times 1 over 1, giving us 10 over 1. So in our numerator, we're left with 6 over 1 minus 10 over 1. And once we do the division here, we can simply state that 6 over 1 is 6 and 10 over 1 is 10. And come out with a difference here. 6 minus 10 equals negative 4. Now that's just for the numerator. Let's write negative 4 for the numerator. And we're going to begin working on the denominator. So 20 over 1 times 2 over 1 will give us 40 over 1. And 40 over 1 is simply 40. Now 4 over 1 times 1 over 1 is 4 over 1. And 4 over 1 is simply 4. So now let's find the sum of the denominator, 40 plus 4, giving us 44. And we have solved for the denominator. So we can simply state that the original complex fraction gives us a quotient of negative 4 over 44. And at its lowest term, it would be negative 1 over 11. Because what we do here is we subtract we divide negative 4 over 44 by 4. And there we go, negative 1 over 11.